Why, hello there, Papa Ron. How's it going?
Hi, Rod. Doing well, thank you.
That's good. Hey, look at all our audience. We got all the people in the world watching us on cryptocurrency.
Crypto
Hey,
land.
hey, I got one other thing to say. If you did not see that interview last night that we did with this Mr. Wong from Hong Kong on this Galaxy, what's it? Galaxy what, Ron? Galaxy
E-Solutions.
E-Solutions. You really missed something. That guy was really cool for being in Hong Kong. And you know what else? I was thinking, Ron, is that we live in a great age. Here you're living about 100 miles south of where I live, and he lived halfway around the world, and all three of us got together on Skype.
Yeah,
That is amazing to me.
it is. I know. Technology, something else. And
And then
his
the fact,
platform, folks, that show, and I appreciate Rod bringing that up again. It's on an ICO that we were just pretty excited about. You'll really have to check that out. They're in business already. They're doing refurbished smart iPhones, and they got a good thing going on. I'm not trying to keep pumping that, but
yeah, we're not trying to push you on it, but if you just it was that guy was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that with that guy.
yeah, good.
Yeah. And today we're going to be doing something really good too, and that's on. Take it, Ron.
Well, I found this article first. You know me. I got to have something out there to get me all worked up before we get into the Maython. And this, I came across this article here. It says 44% of Bitcoin transactions are for illegal activities. And I thought 44%. They couldn't say roughly half. They couldn't say, well, it's about a third. No, they nailed it down to where they know for a fact that it's 44% of all Bitcoin transactions. I thought, what a crock of mess. Anyways, you
No,
get reading.
wait a minute. I got a question though. What's the percentage that fiat money is illegal?
Well,
What's the percentage of that?
that's a good point, Rod, because they're not saying that Bitcoin or blockchain has increased illegal activities. To me, what they're saying is basically they're just saying, hey, there's another form of payment these guys are using now. But they want to put it in a light like, hey, we got to get rid of this evil Bitcoin because it's just nothing but for illegal activities. They don't say, hey, they've been doing it for decades anyway with fiat currency and all the other modes of payment. But these two gurus that seem to have this all figured out are out of Sydney, Australia, I think is
No.
where it says. And
What are they doing, man?
they did some kind of algorithm and figured all this out. But, you know,
Oh,
it's the same with polls. I mean, look at the polls during the election. The polls showed for sure that Hillary Clinton was going to win all the way through. And yet, you know, it's just a crock of crap, all this stuff. And they keep trying to shove it down our dang throats. It just makes me furious, as
it's
if you
one of
couldn't
you.
tell. Anyway, this propaganda stuff, I just don't pay any heed to it. Well, I pay heed to it because it gets me
Yeah, you
worked
do.
up.
Yeah,
But
you do pay.
yeah,
You bring it up every freaking day.
I know. But it's just a crock of crap, man. I tell you. These guys, let me get on with what's going on.
Yeah,
And
let's
Rod,
do
you just got home from been working all day, so if you got a sandwich or something you're munching on, you go for it.
it.
We're talking on Ripple a little bit, and I'm not trying to rehash everything. Those that are into Ripple probably know pretty much all about it. I pulled their website up here. Before we get into this, they've got, you know, they have signed up just a ton of people, and maybe that's a good point to start with. Not that they've
Yeah.
signed up a bunch of people, but for a cryptocurrency platform or project, they have a base and infrastructure that is so solid. And you look at all the other cryptocurrency platforms out there. Now, there are some that are going along, but even Bitcoin is still struggling and arguing about fees and Lightning Network and all this stuff. They just can't get it together. But Ripple is true to its course. They've got a great infrastructure. Their base is solid. They have an office full of employees. I mean, I don't want to say you can't find another platform. There are some, like Pivx, very well grounded, and there's some other ones that I'm aware of. But you can't knock Ripple because they are so driven and so, I mean, they're solid to me. Does that make sense what I'm saying, Rod?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Talk a little bit about Bitcoin if I could. Even though Bitcoin is, they're ratting and raving about all the fees and it's down and all this stuff, but you know what? It's still number one.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, I'm going off course here.
No, that's a good point.
But you're right. You're right on freaking Ripple. Look at Santander, one of the most profitable banks in the world. And they're signed up on them. And also, I think we saw that there it is, American Express. Oh, my heck. That's the big deal. And look at all these banks. There's none of these that are shabby. You know, not one.
So you can't knock them. You can't knock. And I know there's all the naysayers out there but you know, and we'll get into that maybe at the end if we got time. Let me move through this. Okay. So anyway, we're on Ripple's website, and they have these programs here. I mean, you look at Xrapid, and basically it says Xrapid is for payment providers and other financial institutions who want to minimize liquidity costs. Now, folks, do you understand what liquidity costs are? Yeah. Banks generally Rod, I know you know. And if you want to answer that, that's fine.
No, that's good. Go ahead. You're doing good.
Banks have, like through Swift networks, they have to keep money across the world. So as they wire money for cross-border payment transactions and to settle those fees, they have to have money in that country's currency so they can settle up. Well, liquidity is because these banks have all this money around the world
tied up.
That's right. By using Xrapid, and in the long term, if you use XRP for the settlement, all that liquidity can come home. All that money can come back to your bank, and you just use XRP. So this Xrapid provides a way for these banks to be liquid again. Because payments are emergency markets often require pre-funded local currency. Anyway, it just explains what I just talked about there. And then if you look at this one, this Xcurrent here. Xcurrent's another program they have. Xcurrent is Ripple's enterprise software solution that enables banks to instantly settle cross-border payments with end-to-end tracking. See, they can verify that the transaction's been done. Using Xcurrent, banks message each other in real time to confirm payment details prior to initiating the transaction and to confirm delivery once it settles. So all these things are set up so these banks can real time. I mean, hey, we're sending money, you got boom, it's done, everybody's verified, and you're moving on. And these are the programs that all these banks are signing up to. And it's not just banks. It's like Rod said. American Express, MoneyGram, I think. So recently, and we pointed this article out a week or so ago, not this article exactly, but this here, that Ripple added 2 new payment providers for Xrapid. Now, Xrapid settles those cross-border payments in XRP. So there are some that are starting to use it.
Oh, good.
There was something I was going to read in here, I thought. Ripple wants to prove Xrapid is faster and cheaper than other means of payment. The platform is designed to allow global money transfer services to central banks to free up capital normally tied up in what is known, and just what we were talking about, you know, liquidity, to bring it back. Well, that's not what I was going to point out, but so anyways, we move along here. The CEO of Ripple just tweeted this out. After a successful pilot, Santander UK is rolling out its Ripple-powered mobile app to customers this quarter, letting them send money internationally in seconds with just a few clicks.
That's amazing.
It's like having Western Union on your cell phone, and instantaneous. You know what I mean? And you don't have to sit there and count out your $100 bills or whatever you're sending through Western Union. You know, it's just going to tap right into, I think, your bank account or your XRPs, and boom, the transaction's going. It's a mobile app. Santander UK is starting this. That's huge in itself to me.
It is.
But the
I mean, you just sit there on your phone and transferring money from one bank to the other bank, or from one person to another person, and it'd be done there instantly.
Yeah, think about that.
That's unbelievable.
Well, talk about getting rid of wiring money from your local banks that has to go through the central bank and has to do this, and it takes 3 days to get over there. It's done, baby.
It is.
So these strides are coming. This financial tidal wave that's coming, we're going to see huge changes in the whole financial market based on blockchain, Bitcoin, and all these other platforms that are coming forth. It's going to be a new era, Rod, and we're going to be part of that. Things are changing. So for the big granddaddy of articles tonight, right? I know you're just dying to get into that sandwich.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Why don't you keep eating? I can ramble on with that.
I don't want to eat in front of everybody. I don't want to see me be a pig. I know I am one.
All right. We'll wrap it up so you can enjoy your dinner. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Now, this is huge. Comes out of Ripple Insights, and there's other, I think the CEO even tweeted on this. I'm starting to talk like you now, Rod.
Well, that's right. Yeah, everybody says we tweet on Twitter, so why not tweet in Tweeter?
That's right. Okay, Lian-Lian International joins RippleNet to provide faster payments into China.
Oh,
this is just announced today. At least this article is the 7th that they put out. Yeah. Online retail is massive in China. And you need to look at some of these figures, Rod, or at least catch them. In fact, the Chinese e-commerce market totaled 672 billion last year.
Wow.
The largest contributor to the 4 trillion global e-commerce market. It's massive.
Yes, it is.
So a good percentage comes out of China. And cross-border e-commerce transactions into the country are projected to reach 132 trillion this year.
Oh my hell! Look at that. Well, that's a lot of money.
Okay, catch this now.
Okay.
In order to support the influx of global payments sent to the Chinese e-commerce market and provide a superior customer experience, Lian-Lian International, a leading Chinese money service company licensed in Hong Kong with 150 million registered users in the region.
Wow.
That's half of our country, isn't it?
That's only in one region of China.
I know. What do we have? 300 million people here in the U.S.? 350? Anyway.
I don't know. I think it's, a little more maybe. I don't know.
Okay, but 150 million in one region use and have signed up on this Lian-Lian. And now they're going to start saying, hey, we want you people to experience RippleNet. We want you to see how easy it is. I mean, oh my land. Talk about break. Anyway, this thing could really turn into something. Lian-Lian will use Xcurrent, which we just went over. So not only do you have instantaneous settlements, but you get the verification. You can send invoices with it. There's a lot you can do with that program from Ripple.
Yeah, it's all e-commerce too. Look at that.
Yep, this is just the e-commerce.
Boy, that's amazing.
Lian-Lian joins Ripple's existing network of more than 100 financial institutions to provide faster, cheaper, and frictionless cross-border payment solutions to its customers.
Yeah.
So, folks, we'll put this article down there so you can finish reading it. This is big stuff to me. And, I haven't heard much about Ripple's. We did a show or two on that. What was it called? Their Insta Ledger.
Yeah.
Where you can cross several blockchains and come out whatever currency you want and start. Yeah, but they've probably evolved into this Xrapid and Xcurrent is what's happened. They probably use that platform on these. So anyway, you talk about a company that's going places and it's moving. So, and look at the prices right now. Rod, you got your coin market cap up?
I do.
What's the price of Ripple? I mean, it's kind of fluctuated.
Ripple is 75 cents.
And what we had a high of what, 350 or something on that at one point?
Yeah, one time. Yep.
Folks, I'm not saying rush out and buy XRP.
No.
But if you're thinking about it, you can go back and read the articles of what's going on with this company. At 75 cents, it's going to go back up to where they were. It's just a matter of time.
Just while we were talking, it went up a penny, and now it's 76.
Okay.
Truly, I turned this on when we got on no more than 30 minutes ago, and look here, it's already a penny. Went up a penny. Man, that's pretty good. No, I'm serious. You figure every 30 minutes going up a penny, that thing will be a couple of $1,000 here by now.
And it could drop a dime 2 minutes from now. So, anyway, folks, we enjoy bringing you this information. I understand the pros and cons of XRP, and that last article I had. I got thinking about that today. Now, how do I get out of this? We talk about the XRP is the devil coin, and they're centralized, and the whole purpose of Bitcoin is to become decentralized. But I think if you go back and really do some research, and I haven't done a ton of it, but I did see this article. Google and Goldman Sachs are two of the most active investors in blockchain firms. And I think I even saw some headlines like even Coinbase Exchange has got some of these big bankers as main investors in this stuff, and not that Coinbase is part of the decentralized thing, so we don't need a bunch of comments on that. But these bankers, they're not stupid. They might be touting on one side of their mouth, bubbles, it's going to burst, you guys are all idiots, but on their side of the mouth, they see the vision too, and they're in it. Matter of fact, this article was written back in October of 2017, and I think I've seen stuff prior to that. Even back in 2015, these big boys were investing in this stuff. They could almost see the right.
They were looking at it. Yep.
So, anyway, Rod, I'll hush up.
No, you're doing good. That's great because it's true. And that Bitcoin, Ripple, Litecoin, all these things that are trying to make it easier for money to be transferred and for, and we said it many months ago, that before the 10 years or 20 years, maybe 25, I don't know how long it'll take, but cryptocurrency is going to be the main currency of the world.
Yeah, it's moving that way. I believe you, Rod. I think we're going to see a new transformation for finances in this world.
I'm not going to be around, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be for my kids and stuff, and I keep telling them, you guys need to get involved in this one way or another. Because you are going to be involved in it one way or another.
Yeah. Might as well do it when you can make some money.
Yeah.
All right, Rod. Well, thanks.
Hey, thank you, Papa Ron. It's always good talking with you and talking about Ripple, something we enjoy talking about. And be sure to give us a thumbs up. And if you like us, subscribe. And we'll see you on the flip side. God bless.